Campaign 2019 is in full swing in Duluth. We have a breakdown of what you need to know tonight.
And in Wisconsin, a multi-million-dollar referendum to build a new town hall is in the hands of voters.
And later, police are searching for the man charged with setting a fire that burned down a Duluth synagogue.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. It's a big night in Duluth tonight as voting is underway right now for several key seats throughout the city.
Starting from the top seat, voters are casting their ballots for the mayor's office, city council seats, and more. We'll kick things off with the mayoral race. Incumbent Mayor Emily Larson is seeking her second term against businessman David Noley. Larson has named affordable housing, street improvements, and economic growth as priorities for the city. Noley considers himself a pro-business candidate that has goals of taking Duluth's economy to the next level.
One of the most closely watched races tonight is for the Duluth City Council's at-large seat. Incumbents Eric Forsman and Noah Hobbs are up against newcomers Mike Mayo and Derek Medved. Forsman was appointed to the council last year after Alyssa Hansen stepped down. Hobbs is seeking his second term. Meanwhile, Mayo and Medved would be first-timers.
There's 3 other council districts up this year, including District 1, where incumbent Gary Anderson is being challenged by Becky Hall. This district represents the Woodland, Lakeside, and Congdon neighborhoods. Anderson is seeking his second term. Meanwhile, Roz Randorf and Teresa O'Halloran Johnson are vying for the City Council's 3rd district seat. This district serves downtown, parts of East and Central Hillside, and Park Point. The winner will replace M. Westerland, who did not run for re-election. And finally, the person elected to the council's District 5 seat will also be a new face. Janet Kennedy and Jean Knesny are both looking to replace Jay Fosley, who decided not to run. District 5 serves the West Duluth, Gary New Duluth, and Smithville.
And there could be some newcomers in the Duluth School Board. The Duluth School Board at-large seat is on the line. Incumbent Alana Oswald is up against John Schwetman. Oswald has served on the board for 3.5 years. Schwetman is an English professor at UMD. And incumbent David Kirby is looking to hold on to his 2nd district seat on the board. He's being challenged by Harry Welty, and a former school board member. And for District 3, it's Paul Sandholm against Lauren Martell. Both would be newcomers to the school board. Nora Sandstead previously held the seat. And with all those races ongoing, community members have been exercising their rights to vote in local elections all day.
CBS3's Gamil Hall joins us from one of those polling places at the First United Methodist Church in Duluth. Gamil, how's the turnout been?
Kristen, Duluth City Clerk Chelsea Helmer says they've seen steady numbers throughout the day today, on par with what they'd expect. Now, as the night goes on here, they say they're expecting a near 40% voter turnout, which is average for a mayoral election. Helmer says reports from the 200 election judges scattered across the precincts have been good. She says there have been a few issues here and there, a couple printer jams, but overall, things have been running smoothly. Now, on average, the city of Duluth sees a 30 to 40% voter turnout during these local elections. Officials say they'd love to see that number grow, especially considering the large voter turnout they expect to see next year during the 2020 presidential election.
Our local elected officials are the folks that drive those policy issues. So fundamentally, your right to vote is the pillar of our democracy, and so we really encourage voters not to take that for granted and to get out and vote on Election Day.
Helmer says they did see an increase in early voting this election of about 300 to 400 voters. Now, guys, of course, there is still time to get out here and vote. Polls will be open until 8 p.m. tonight. We have that information on your polling place on our website, cbs3duluth.com.
All right, Gamil, you've been at the Coppertop Church for a couple of hours now. Have you seen a lot of people coming in and out to vote?
Yeah, when we showed up here about an hour and a half ago, I believe the number was just over 400 for the day, and we've seen that number jump up over 100 since we've been here. So busy time, a lot of people getting off work right now.
And as you mentioned, still time to head down to your polling place. They close at 8 o'clock. Thanks, Gamil. Well, there's a few other races happening tonight, including in Cloquet, where voters will move one step closer to choosing its newest city councilor. The city is holding a special primary to narrow down the candidates for the council's Ward 3 seat. Those candidates are Ray Sho, Uriah Wilkinson, and Chris Swanson. The seat has been empty since July when Dakota Koski moved out of the ward and had to leave his seat. The top two vote getters will move on to the special election on February 11.
And in Wisconsin, $5 million to build a new town hall. That decision is in the hands of Hayward, Wisconsin taxpayers today. Right now, the fire department, highway department, police department, and town offices are all located at the Hayward Town Hall. Town officials say they've run out of room for all those departments, and the 55-year-old building is falling apart. The question for taxpayers today is if they want to foot the bill for a new facility with more room. The current asking price is $5 million. Now, for an average homeowner, that would mean paying an extra $150 tax dollars per year for the next 10 years. Hayward officials say it makes more sense to build a new facility since it would cost around $2 million to bring their current one up to code.
Our hope as the town board is that everybody gets behind us on this, because we always try to be good stewards of their money, and we feel that this project going forward with a new building is a lot more effective use of their taxpayer dollars than sticking old money or good money into an old building.
Now, if the town votes no, officials estimate the cost of the project will increase by $250,000 each year if it's prolonged. But if the community votes yes, officials say the new facility should be up and running as soon as next fall.
Let's check in with Dave now for a look at the weather. A bit chilly out there for folks heading to the polls, but it sounds like it's not stopping anyone.
No, it isn't. So, yeah, do your civic duty.
Yeah.
It's a little bit chilly, but not overly snowy. Could get a little bit tonight as a low-pressure system tries to work past the high-pressure sentinel that's in place right now. By splitting the difference here, indeed, mostly showers of snow possible, if that at all. Best chance for snow tonight will be over towards the Keweenaw Peninsula, where folks there will be facing a winter weather advisory. Some of that may try to backtrack towards Ironwood, but more flurries than anything else. So our short-term forecast tells us that. Our day planner for Wednesday will start off on a cloudy note around the region, and chilly again with lows in the teens. But partial sunshine returns by about the noon hour and back into the 20s. Top temp will be around 28 degrees with a partly cloudy sky. That is cooler than normal. Will it warm up this week, and will we get any bigger snows? Well, two questions we'll take a look at with the 7-day forecast in a few more minutes.
All right, looking forward to it. Thanks, Dave. A warrant has been issued for the man who set a fire that burned a Duluth synagogue to the ground. According to court records, a judge issued the warrant for Matthew Amiot's arrest on Monday. A week and a half ago, Amiot was sentenced to 90 days in jail and 4 years of probation in connection to the fire at the Adass Israel Synagogue in September. The judge's order stated that he should stay in jail until a treatment bed opened up. On Monday, he checked into Duluth Bethel, a drug treatment center, but according to court records, he left the center shortly after that. It's unclear at this time what the court's next steps will be.
The man accused of sexually abusing teens at a youth care facility in Duluth has changed his plea to guilty. According to court records, Mark Painter pleaded guilty to 5 criminal sexual conduct charges. 3 other charges were dismissed. Authorities say Painter was trading contraband for sex with minors under his care. He originally pleaded not guilty in March and was set to go to trial next week. The incidents apparently happened while Painter worked as a counselor at the Hills Youth and Family Services in Duluth. He's expected to be sentenced in January.
Duluth police are investigating a possible campus security impersonation case. The incident happened last Wednesday night on Trinity Road near the main Lake Superior College campus. According to the report filed with police, a woman was pulled over by a man who appeared to be in his mid-20s. He claimed he was with Lake Superior campus security. The report states that he was wearing a uniform with a state trooper-style hat. His vehicle was described as dark in color and round like a Ford Edge. Lake Superior College officials told police the officer is not with the college and said campus security doesn't have the authority to stop traffic off of campus. Police aren't sure why the supposed campus security officer eventually left the scene. City and county officials celebrated a big step toward ending the opioid epidemic today.
The Duluth Police Department, St. Louis County Sheriff's Office, and other agencies are getting ready for the county's new high-intensity drug trafficking designation. CBS3's Emma Quinn tells us what this means for the region.
This designation has been in the works for 4 years, thanks to $100,000 that comes with it. Law enforcement officials say it will help those struggling with drug addictions get clean. St. Louis County has one of the highest rates for opioid-related deaths in the state. It is an issue Duluth Police Chief Mike Tuscan says is at its worst. He says the designation will not only be about enforcement, but helping people with addiction get healthy.
We look at this as a holistic approach. It isn't just about enforcement. It's about using all our creativity to have initiatives that are going to help the problem in one form or fashion.
Law enforcement officials say the designation is expected to start at the beginning of next year. And Congressman Pete Stauber was also part of this designation. He says being a former police officer, this issue was extremely important to him. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Emma. A mine service vehicle crash in Virginia this morning killed one person. The Virginia Fire Department responded around 9:40 this morning to a crash at the Minorca mine. Crews discovered a mine service vehicle had crashed on a haul road on mine property. There was one person involved in the crash who was pronounced dead at the scene. The crash is currently under investigation. ArcelorMittal did not immediately respond to a request for comment. This is a developing story. Please check back with us for updates.
Still to come on Live, local CBS3, a special honor for a World War II veteran on the Iron Range after his American flag was stolen from his yard.
Normal high temp this time of year is 42 degrees, but we only made it to 29. Pretty much par for the course, same direction coming around tomorrow. Cold snap is here. How long will it last? We'll fire up the 7-day forecast and eye it up together coming up after our break.
I'm Bree. I'm a certified health coach here at Profile and have been in the Duluth location since we opened. As a coach, to make sure someone is successful, I tell my members I am there for anything and everything that they might need through this journey as far as support, education. I can do whatever they need.
The best relationships are the ones that last. Because when you know someone for a long time, you know what they like. You know their needs and their concerns. You know what and who matters most to them. Your healthcare is the same way. When you can count on trust, commitment, understanding, and support, the relationship just works better for everyone. You and Blue.
An important message from Jacoby and Myers. For decades, many Americans working in the trades were exposed to environmental hazards without their knowledge. While the dangers of one such airborne threat, asbestos, have long been known, efforts were made to hide the risk from the public. The result? Thousands of cases of asbestos-induced mesothelioma and lung cancer. Those in the trades may have been harmed by hundreds of companies who produced asbestos-laden products. During the past 4 decades, $18 billion has been awarded to individuals with qualifying injuries. You may be entitled to financial compensation without ever going to court. Jacoby and Myers is ready to fight for you. If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with asbestos-related lung cancer or mesothelioma, call today. Call for a free confidential consultation and see how we can help.
Please call 800-831-8254. That is 800-831-8254.
With the Honda Civic, fun and sporty can also be practical and efficient. That's because the Civic LX has more horsepower than the Toyota Corolla L, Nissan Sentra S, and Hyundai Elantra SE, and more passenger space than the Corolla L, Sentra S, and Elantra SE. With standard Honda sensing, a suite of safety and driver-assistive features. It's the whole package in one stunning wrapper. And it's why you made the Civic the best-selling compact car in America. Visit your Lake Superior Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
The coaching's helped me be successful by having someone that is my cheerleader for me when I don't feel like I'm cheering for myself. They help me get up when I'm feeling down, and they help me get back on track every time. So
being the local kid genius Sheldon Cooper isn't easy.
You're just begging to get me down. I'm more concerned about the biggest bully of all, the sun.
But being his twin, slam dunk.
My daughter's here to try out. I'm not going to put a girl on my team. You're not even going to give her a chance. No.
You want to be on that team? Get your glove. Let's go. Missy, do good baseball.
A new young Sheldon, tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS.
CBS3 Weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, the cold snap is here, and here are some of the low temperatures we woke up to this morning. In Minnesota, got as cool as only 9 above for Big Fork, 11 for Hibbing, 17 for the Twin Ports. Here was one of the warmer places. Swinging into Wisconsin and the UP, mid to upper teens there. And we're looking for round 2 tonight into tomorrow morning. The cold snap, like I mentioned, is here, and it will stay around for a few days. Maybe a small break for the weekend and then really come back by Veterans Day. Marine Corps birthday into Veterans Day. Next round of the cold snap really starts to click its fingers here in our area. But now we head up to the airport in Duluth to check out the current conditions, where right now the sky is clear, but with a low pressure system trying to advance up and over our high pressure system, we actually could cloud up for a few hours tonight. Temperature right now is 23. The wind is westerly, northwesterly, 7 miles per hour. Relative humidity relatively low at 46%. And our air pressure is high at 30.26 because of the surface high pressure system that has come our way from the northwest. Temperatures at this hour, a little bit brisk, to be polite. 16 for Ely, 18 Hibbing, 21 Grand Rapids, and 18 International Falls, eyeing up 16 right now towards Silver Bay in Finland. Low to mid-20s for many communities here at the head of the lakes. 23 right now, Moose Lake and Solon Springs and Superior. And then teens from the Upper Peninsula towards Ashland and the Bayfield Peninsula. Again, low temps tonight, probably in the teens. High temps tomorrow, another round in the 20s. Now, with the high pressure in place for the most part, I think it's going to be dry except for a few flurries for some towns. One exception, though, could be from the Keweenaw Peninsula through the eastern parts of the UP, where lake effect could kick in. Folks here are facing a winter weather advisory, but for the rest of us, yeah, with the high pressure in place and the low to our west, we're probably going to get more clouds than anything else, at least for right now. Better chance for light snow could come around for the weekend, and even that chance isn't fantastic. So Arctic high pressure has made us chilly. We will stay that way probably through Friday and maybe into parts of Saturday, but come Saturday, this low pressure system should bring a light snow chance to the region. Maybe not much more than flurries, so if you're getting out for Minnesota deer opener Saturday, probably not enough for tracking snow, but hopefully cool enough where you can maneuver through the woods without sinking into the bogs, which happens sometimes, especially around the Cotton area. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps will go from the teens inland to about 20 right by the lake in Wisconsin and Michigan. Low temps there, mid to upper teens. Mostly cloudy for most towns. UP could have some of those Keweenaw Peninsula snow showers backtrack towards places like Bessemer, Wakefield, and Ironwood. Tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan starts cloudy in the morning, becomes partly cloudy in the afternoon, but those UP lake effect snow showers could continue through much of the day. Minnesota high temps, mid-20s, partly cloudy during the day. Border flurries possible at night. Now here's the extended forecast, my friends. The weekend, it gets as warm as 35. That's about all she wrote for the week ahead. Otherwise, yeah, the next round of the cold snap does hit on Monday. Low temps down into the single digits if this morning wasn't cool enough for you.
All right, well, here we are.
Here we are.
Thanks, Dave.
Well, a happy ending for a World War II veteran from Hibbing, whose American flag was stolen from his home back in September. Today, he got a new one with a special history. Congressman Pete Stauber heard about what happened to Stan Savard. Stauber had a flag flown over the U.S. Capitol in the 91-year-old's honor. Stauber delivered the special flag to Savard today in Hibbing. Savard says he is grateful the community rallied behind him.
It all started over somebody stealing my flag. They kept talking about it and talking about it. First thing you know, there are all kinds of people involved, including the congressman. And I'm just glad that patriotism is not dead.
Right after Savard's original flag went missing, an organization called Fishing with Vets gave him a new one to replace it.
Well, back here in Duluth, downtown is looking a lot more festive today. The community Christmas tree arrived at the corner of Lake Avenue and Superior Street this morning. The 60-foot tree was donated by Bill and Georgette Hardesty. This tree has been a part of their family for more than 20 years. They say it's difficult to part with such a special tree, but they're glad it will bring joy to the community.
Everybody will experience some joy this holiday season by coming to look at the tree and looking at the lights and just celebrate the time of year when there should be joy in the world.
I love that. There should be joy in the world. And after decorating, Minnesota Power is set to flip the switch on the Christmas tree's lights. That happens right before the Christmas City of the North Parade, which will be held November 22nd.
Kelly's here to talk about sports. Got some football you want to talk about?
Joyous day for Gopher football. PJ Fleck, head coach, is sticking around for a few more years. All the deets next in sports.
Chiefs of Comedy live at the Bear. CBS3 Live Cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. Presidential Award-winning service. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler. KohlerToyota.com.
I wish that I would have gone to Aspen Dental years ago. I've always had rough teeth, so once a technician told me that they could have the dentures ready for me within a matter of days, I was in shock. Having the denture lab on site was absolutely convenient. Almost a year later, my daughter will still come up to me and say, "Mommy, smile, I want to see them again." It makes me so happy.
At Aspen Dental, we're all about yes. Like yes to dentures you can trust with a 7-year warranty. Yes to custom crafted dentures with our on-site lab. And yes, we'll have you feeling beautiful. Call now or book online at aspendental.com.
Their price, $30,000. Your price, $20. Can you tell the difference? Even expert jewelers have a difficult time distinguishing the Diamond Z4 CZ from mine diamonds because of their similarity. This exquisite ring features a flawless simulated diamond center stone of 2 3/4 carats surrounded by over 1 1/4 carats of round and tapered flawless baguettes. One jewelry industry professional marveled at their beauty and brilliance.
It's exceedingly rare to see such flawless stones.
He's right. Comparable solitaires made of diamonds can cost up to $30,000. Your price through this special invitation will be only $20. And for a limited time, you can also receive this beautiful band with 1.92 carats of diamond Z4s. Get both CZ rings totaling over an astounding 6 carats for $20. So call or click now.
Call 1-800-577-5801 to get your Diamond Z4. Call now or go to diamondz4.com. So call 1-800-577-5801. Call now.
With the giving season just around the corner, it's the perfect time to add a new member to your family. That's why several area animal shelters are coming together for the Subaru Love a Pet adoption event at Miller Hill Subaru. November 9th is Catter Day, featuring all-day cat adoptions. Sunday, November 10th, is Pup Day, with all-day dog adoptions. There will be holiday pet photos and a free microchip with an item off our wish list. Join us at Miller Hill Subaru for this exciting event.
At Marshall, we know that paying independent school tuition is a real commitment for families, and we want to make the Marshall experience possible for anyone who wants to attend. That's why Marshall awards over $2 million of financial aid each year. We know that families have budgets, and it's our goal to work within those budgets in a way that makes sense for everybody. When we partner together, we invest in your child's future. To find out more, contact us or join us at our open house on Tuesday, November 12th.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs, and it holds that support all night long to take the pressure off your shoulders and keep your neck aligned so you get the best night's sleep of your life.
MyPillow comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and an amazing 10-year warranty.
I personally guarantee that MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
Call or go to MyPillow.com now. Use this promo code, and Mike will give you a second MyPillow absolutely free. Don't delay. Buy one and get one free.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
The Minnesota Golden Gophers have rowed the boat to the team's best start in decades. At 8-0 on the season thus far, there is no better time to lock down the man at the helm. PJ Fleck is officially sticking around for a few more years. The captain himself agreed to terms to a 7-year contract extension earlier today that'll keep him through the 2026 season. The former Western Michigan head coach is in his 3rd year with Minnesota. He has the Golden Gophers ranked as the 13th overall team in the entire country and an undefeated record for the first time through 8 games since 1941. Minnesota has won 10 straight games under Fleck, which is the 3rd longest winning streak in the nation. The extension comes in ahead of a very big week for the Gophers. They're at home on Saturday hosting the 5th best team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, who are also undefeated. Now to the NFL, the Green Bay Packers, still the best team in the NFC North. Let's preface that, but the team is coming off arguably their worst performance from this past Sunday afternoon. Green Bay didn't score until the third quarter against the LA Chargers. The team trailed 26-3 at one point. Packers fall to 7-2 on the season. Head coach Matt LaFleur stressed yesterday the matter of his team getting too comfortable in their success.
The moment you start feeling yourself or you get comfortable, that happens. So hopefully that, we learn from this. We use it as motivation to have that sense of urgency in our preparation to make sure something like that doesn't happen again.
The UMD football team got back in the win column this past Saturday in a big way, a 63-0 total domination of Minnesota Crookston. At 6-3 now, the Dogs are guaranteed a winning season, and while their playoff hopes may be bleak, they're still looking to end the season on a high note.
Yeah, it felt good to have our guys play with energy and passion and excitement, execute on Saturday afternoon. I'm not so sure a couple of our games this year that we had that same energy and passion. So, Saturday it was fun to play with the lead, fun to watch our offensive line taking control of a football game, and defensively to get back to putting pressure on the quarterback, doing a good job, making sure we're controlling the run game.
And the UMD men's basketball team takes the court for their first regular season games later this week. But last night, the team had their first scrimmage. And I don't know about you, but I think they definitely found their full-time national anthem performer. That is 5-year-old Anya Wick. She is the daughter of head coach Justin Wick. I shared that performance on social media last night, and it got a lot of positive feedback. So I had to share it with our viewers, especially on Election Day. America.
Yes. I love that.
How cute is she?
We should all celebrate our successes the way that she celebrates her success.
She was so excited. Yeah. And if we could talk, we were talking about the break for 5 years old.
Yeah.
Her tone was great. She was confident. That is so hard to do.
Good job, yeah.
So impressive.
Way to go.
So cute.
Adorable. Thanks, Kelly. Tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, mining and shipping have been intertwined in Minnesota for more than 100 years. Through successes and failures, the industries continue to impact the region. In tonight's Eye on Mining, we're taking a look at what experts say has been a record year for the shipping industry and how Iron Range mines are contributing to that success.
All right, Dave. There was ice in the parking lot in some spots this morning. Can we see more of that coming, I assume?
Yes, I think it's going to last pretty much all week long. There's a slight chance it may melt perhaps on Saturday. Otherwise, we're cooler than normal. Here's our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, 28 degrees with a partly cloudy sky building back in after a brief period of a mostly cloudy sky. Tonight, Thursday, partly cloudy, 25, up to 30 on Friday with some clouds. There you go, 35 Saturday. And a 40% chance for some flurries. After that, really cold by Veterans Day.
All right, get out those mittens. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.
CBS3 closed caption.